Action.
All Jack wanted to do was make a nice dinner for his girlfriend, Jill, but then things went downhill. Jack had spared no expense in cooking for the evening. There were candles, flowers, and some very nice meatballs in the oven. But in Jack's rush to get ready, he bumped into a stovetop, which moved a frying pan. That frying pan sent his whole plan for the evening into the fire. The motion from the frying pan knocked over a box of sugar, which shook the microwave and the door shut. Well, poor Jack had left it open to air it out after burning some leftovers, and when the door shut, the heat caused the microwave to start smoking. If that weren't enough, the motion of the door knocked down a marble that had been left on top of it. The marble rolled down a cooling rack that had fallen against the microwave and set off a mousetrap Jack had left for the unwelcome visitors. When the mousetrap went off, it moved a peeler that had a spoon stuck in it, which caused a marble to fall. This knocked over a cup supporting one of Jack's homemade candles, which was then pulled up off the shelf, releasing a magnet which fell onto another mousetrap. The mousetrap knocked over a kettle Jack had filled for later and spilled water. Luckily, there was a dish to catch the spill, but that's where Jack's luck ran out. Jack had a string in that dish holding up his broken spice rack, and when the string got wet, it tore, releasing the spice rack and causing all of Jack's rare and exotic spices, mostly salt, to roll down the rack and hit a spoon rest. The spoon rest moved, and the spoon swung down and hit a ping-pong ball into the strainer hanging from the shelf. The ball made its way down the counter where it upset a balance, triggering Jack's automatic fly swatter, patent pending. The fly swatter moved some cans, knocking down a cutting board and opening the oven. As soon as the door opened, Jack's meatballs flew out, and it was at this point Jack decided pizza would be a better way to go. The meatballs rolled down the oven door and hit a waffle iron on the floor, closing it. The jolt from the closing waffle iron set off Jack's toaster, and due to some faulty wiring, the blender decided to join in. The curtain string had gotten caught in the blender, so when the blender was switched on, the curtain was pulled open. This released one of the window supports, and it knocked the marble into Jack's leaky sink. The marble flew out of the hole in the sink and set off another mousetrap. The mousetrap released the salt shaker, setting off more marbles and knocking open the pizza Jack had ordered. This shook a painting loose and sent it swinging into the cable, holding up the chandelier. The chandelier was sent flying into the vase of flowers on the table. The table then shook and set up Jack's Rube Goldberg machine he had made to feed his dog. The marble rolled down a ramp and hit a magnet, which released the car. The car pulled a string, moving a spatula and sending its rolling pin on a trip across the table. As it rolled, it squished a stray band-aid, covering a rip in the tablecloth. Well, Jack thought as he looked around in dismay, that's one less thing I have to fix before Jill gets here.